Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here for Live at Lunchtime. Thank you so much for joining me. I am just in my car at the moment. I am again waiting for British Gas to do a hive installation at one of our properties. I've taken these on as my task to wait for them, just because the rest of the team is so busy, and these are just kind of one-offs where we've done a whole bunch of installs within the space of 2 weeks to just catch up on all the new properties we've taken on. So I'm just hanging out in my car today, because I'm waiting for British Gas. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about property redress scheme. This is something that if you're doing rent-to-rent, you should be a member of one of the redress schemes. And if you're managing any property on behalf of someone else, so if you've got a lease option, or you're acting as a letting agent, even if you're managing a property on behalf of a friend just as something to do, if you are in control of a property that's not your own, you need to be registered with one of the redress schemes. There are 3 redress schemes here. There's the property redress scheme, the property ombudsman, and the ombudsman property services. They're all pretty much the same. Some of them have a little bit different criteria for joining, and there's a slightly different price for each one, but overall they're generally the same thing. And what a redress scheme or an ombudsman does is it's basically there to mediate disputes. So if you were to have a dispute with one of your landlords or one of your tenants, then they would first need to come to you to try to resolve it. If you didn't resolve it to their satisfaction, they could take their complaint to the redress scheme or to the ombudsman, and then the ombudsman would mediate, of course, for a fee. So it is a legal requirement in the UK now as of, I think, October 2015. Anybody that is managing a property on behalf of somebody else, so managing a property that you don't own, has to be a member of a redress scheme. It's a pretty simple registration process. I would say if you don't want to spend loads of time researching the 3 different companies, go with the property redress scheme. My understanding is that that's the easiest and the cheapest one to join. It wasn't available when we first got started, so we joined one of the ombudsmans. Our company also had, the ombudsman also had an insurance requirement, so we had to have a minimum amount of public liability insurance. The property redress scheme doesn't have that. They've got a slightly lower fee, and it's a slightly easier entry to get registered. So if you aren't registered and you've got any rent-to-rent properties or any lease options, or you're looking to do any of those, it's best to just get registered now so that you are ready to go. You can also use their logo generally in some of your marketing materials, and that just adds another layer of kind of trust and credibility to you and your brand. So hopefully that's been helpful. I know there are quite a few people out there that don't know about this requirement, so I thought I would spend today just sharing a couple of minutes about it to make sure that you know and that you take the time to get registered, because again, it is a legal requirement. So that's it for today. I'm going to go back to waiting for British Gas, and I will see you again tomorrow.